Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to part 4 of Conker's Bad Let's Play. And I've found a lot of secrets in this game since last time. So as you see right now, there's a pixelated full frontal nudity hiding in this game in the idle animation. This video is going to be demonetized. I found out about this good UI hack that the Xbox One just has. I'm going to turn it off because I don't want to look at it. Also, the barn interior in Barn Boys changes to actually a hole that you can fall down, which I thought was sort of cool.
Only here on CthulhuLuigi.com will you find
There's-
a Let's Player.
You could stand up here to push the door, which I think is funny.
That's really good.
That's my third secret.
Noble enough to sacrifice their monetization for the sake of the viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on,
And,
let's do a quick audio test. Can you hear this?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, you're good,
Yeah.
and I've already tested the overall audio balancing already.
Yeah, we started the recording. We're recording.
So as you may have inferred from my total number of lives, but I will show off in excruciating detail. Nice little trick of this game. I think it works for all 1-ups, but it works for this 10-up, which is especially good. Oh, that's cool. You can walk back through there before they close. So, this is basically just a dev exit from having to ever do a game over, because it just immediately respawns, and it's still worth 10 ups.
So this is like when you bounce on the Koopas and jumping.
Yeah, except it's really slow like everything else in this game. I mean, it's not that slow. It's pretty high
Well,
number.
it's slow so you can,
It's slower than the Koopa hopping.
take in the pheromones and experience the seasons.
Should I mention who I am
Fights
since it's
and
been
sounds.
100 years since I was last in a video?
Yeah, Duth and Matea could both introduce themselves.
I mean, no one's gonna be able to recognize us
You
by
just
voice,
introduced me.
so I just assume we threw
It's
introductions
true.
out the window a long time ago. Like no one's
Yeah,
gonna...
I never could recognize anybody in the old videos from 10 years ago.
Like if we want to do that, we should have like the Discord overlay like recorded over the screen, and then like so they can see our profile pictures light up whenever we talk.
That doesn't sound like a thing that would be in a bad Let's Play, though. You're lucky that I fixed the audio in time for the explicitly musical chapter.
Are we supposed to be able to hear the audio?
You aren't, which is why it will be fixed in the recording.
That's
That's
good.
pretty much how it works.
I could stream it. That's like really the simplest alternative. I would have to do something tricky with
you could
audio
just
levels.
Screen share OBS.
That's what I'm doing. It just won't share the audio on that unless I make it audible, which will make it record twice, like in the first part.
That's why I always avoided
First two
just
parts.
doing rough trades with other people.
But
Oh, I forgot there was money on top of this.
there's a way to do that without doing that.
Yeah, I'll figure that out at some point. I just didn't want to sweat it too much for this LP. This was just meant to break my hiatus.
And an apt way to do so.
Could I have just gotten this like at the start of the game?
That's a good question. I assume so. I mean, you'd have to get the money to pay for the slingshot first, so you couldn't do this like absolutely first, but
You might be able to get up here without killing the bugs if you're careful.
you can probably at least get here before doing Barn Boys.
Oh yeah, you can't take fall damage here.
Wasn't Grunty's Revenge end from your hiatus too?
That was a subspace hiatus. That was like a
What?
subspace.
Well,
LP
the
that existed in
the
a different timeline.
time between releasing a public video between the end of Grunty's Revenge and the start of this is, I think, the longest amount of time I've ever gone without uploading a public video on my channel since making it.
That Let's Play was
Lots of
like
private questions.
that was like fall 2019.
Yeah, it was
No,
September 2019 when I uploaded the last part. It doesn't
yeah.
feel like it because most of the months in between just didn't count, but it's the truth. Also, this chapter has transitioned from Windy into Sloprano. You could probably argue that the Pooh Shack was part of Sloprano. I think I already
She
talked about
directed
this at length.
scene.
This is ostensibly the survival horror chapter, with Spooky being the action horror chapter.
So tell us about this place.
How you doing, guys?
So this is the inside of Pooh Mountain.
Who's that?
I see.
It's probably the most notable part of the game.
Okay,
Tell us about this corn.
that's what he wants.
They
so
reused the
notable
cheese
about
model
it?
from earlier.
Oh yeah. Huh.
I mean, it
Well-
has a different texture, but I'm pretty sure it's the same model.
What's your favorite qualities of Pooh Mountain?
Well, the song by Weird Al is funny. I've seen the Great Mighty Pooh song attributed to Weird Al before, and I think that's just like Audio Galaxy attributing everything to Weird Al joke, but it still makes you think. Al Yankovic himself famously stays silent on the matter.
Surprised he didn't offer to voice Conker in the remaster.
Has Weird Al like voiced a character in any video game?
He voices grilled cheese in My Little Pony. Friendship is magic.
That's not a video game.
Well, sometimes
It
it is.
sort of is.
Yeah, but has grilled cheese been in any of the My Little Pony video games?
Actually, I'm pretty sure they become a very important character, surprisingly.
It's kind of cool that these hands can stun the sweet corn for you. The logic behind this is a little loose because the joke is obviously that corn famously doesn't always digest all the way, so you can see it in poops. But it doesn't really make that much sense that a poop monster would want sweet corn.
Alright, this is
Yeah,
every iteration of Darkseid and Superman.
I get
Darkside
now,
Phil.
now that when I didn't really understand the corn joke until right now, until I saw them this time. But now that I do get it, I don't really like it.
Well, it's just what happened when a big guy eat corn.
Well, I'm also like setting up a
It's less of a
kayfabe of
joke and more
ignorance.
atmospheric.
Because it actually is explained why a big poo man wants sweet corn in the
Oh.
opening verse.
Yeah, it's like One Piece when they leave the mini Elbaf Island.
It's just like that, really.
Soggy and Broggy use their finishing move.
So Weird Al has been voiced in one video game.
Yeah, they voiced one video game. Can you guess what it is?
Brutal Legend.
The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, the video game for PS2 as the narrator.
That's pretty good.
Which, possibly coincidentally, he was the voice of a squid in the Nigel Planter episodes.
What is that coincidental to?
I don't know if they
Also,
intended it to
being
be
in both the
squid
show
or-
and the game, but not the same character.
Yeah, I don't know if they intended it to be the same character or what.
Just follow along the bouncing poo ball to sing of home. They did a pretty good job making this look gross on the N64. This is where I learned
Well-
most of the British swears I know.
This looks a lot better on a 4x3 360p like cathode ray tube television.
I mean, I think it looks
Because it
great.
looks like real poo, but like really far away.
Do I have to like go to a section or just wait? No, I just have to wait.
Yeah, my favorite part of Ornstein Smoke is when you
What-
you
what
wait
is
and
the-
then you throw the toilet paper into his mouth.
Okay, it's the trigger.
You have to do a hard read.
It's really scary that he can go here.
That's one of the great design
This
Design choices
is
of
the
Rareware
great
Studios.
design choice.
This is the great Gazoo.
Is that a one of the fan characters to Conker, the Great Gazoo?
Yeah, it's a See the Gunner one.
Game theory. Pooh Mountain is the third Hailfire peak
Yeah,
because
the
he
third
throws poo
temperature.
balls at you like Chili Willy and Chili Billy throw fire and ice balls at you, and the hands reach out of the poo to slam you like the fire hands come out of the lava cracks in Banjo-Tooie. This is a reference to the turn of phrase "shit creek." Sorry, it was the second verse that explains the sweet corn. This verse also implies that the Great Mighty, or Sloprano, which is this character's name, not the Great Mighty Pooh, that's his title. His name is Sloprano. It implies...
Kind of like how Mega Man is Rockman's title.
Yeah, it implies that he shits because he talks about his anus and how the sweet corn makes it through his rear. So, like, presumably any other tooth form material would, like, get digested from being in this.
Well, if you have a mouth, you have to have some way to remove the waste from the food that you consume with your mouth.
Well, what if your mouth is the waste?
Oh, I forgot. Like, it expects you
How
to
does
do
that
them
work?
in a weird order, because, like, that lump that wasn't there on the first part was, like, a different context-sensitive switch that would have worked. And I think he just takes one out each time. It's interesting that this boss is like kind of synced up to the song in that like he won't go ah unless it matches up with the background music.
Remind me, who did the music for this game?
Weird Al
Grant
Yankovic. I think it was Grant Kirkhope. I don't know. I assume. Maybe not.
I'm just thinking.
No, Windy is
because-
definitely a Kirkhope. They didn't put the right number of T's there.
I'm mostly just thinking because this would be the first opera he's done, and then he did another one later on.
Well, it still kind of has like a polka rhythm to it, which makes me think it is probably Grant Kirkhope.
Robin.
Matei, everything you said just became a robot noise.
It's Robin Beanland.
Oh yeah, the classic man from the Bean Land.
Well, yeah, Grant Kirkhope has nothing to do with this game as far as I know.
I thought he did Windy.
There
Oh.
can be more than one guy that makes good music in video games. Holy smokes, my world has been flipped upside down.
There's only one guy whose music sounds
Well,
like
Windy just sounds a lot like a Banjo-Kazooie song is all.
I think opera is a really easy subgenre to emulate for any composer.
I'm not really sure if I would call this a formal opera.
Seems like you guys forgot the Game Grumps episode where they interview Grant Kirkhope and they do a skit at the start about how Grant Kirkhope didn't do anything for this game.
I can't believe I forgot that holy episode that I definitely
IMO.
definitely watched and didn't totally not watch.
IMO. you can't spell ignorant without IGN.
I mean, that specific Game Grumps video is actually like that does provide important Banjo-Kazooie lore that you can only get there.
Only to the thank you, fuck you conundrum.
Grant Kirkhope also said all that trivia at the MagFest he went to.
Okay.
Can we talk about how Weird Al Yankovic is back at the barnyard, and it's just as him in back at the
He's in
barnyard?
Rocky and Bullwinkle too.
But, well, Rocky and Bullwinkle is a good show. That's like a show I would want to be a part of. Back at the Barnyard is a whole other thing. A whole other beast entirely. One, he looks really angry. Like, his character in the show looks really angry, which I would be too if I was in it. Two, that's like insane. That's like if Tom Cruise was in Minions as himself. Or Adam Sandler, maybe.
I like this part of the theme a lot.
I still can't believe we still don't have a lot of musical bosses even to this day.
Just ask about Alexander Final Fantasy 13.
I'll have to. But the only thing they could have done to improve this is like if they had 2 tracks running at the same time, and like one of them was his phase 2 track and one of them was his phase 1, and then when you damage him, instead of going into a cutscene, he would start singing phase 2, and then it would dynamically switch to phase 2, and then phase 1 would switch to phase 3, but you wouldn't be able to hear it till he's at phase 3, and it could alternate the 2 tracks.
Now that's what I call
So that like they never have to cut away from the gameplay.
Now that's what I call a bowel movement. Da 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 is probably the funniest thing in this game.
Here I am, you greedy bastard.
I think if this had been an N64 launch title, do you think they would have said, "Here I am, you 3D bastard"?
I think they would have had a little friend of Conker called Forrest Grump, and he would have said, "Shit happens." And it would be a little reference to Forrest Gump, the movie Forrest Gump.
I think if this was the launch title for Nintendo 64, the Nintendo 64 DD would have been a success.
They would have to call the N64 BFDD.
What DD functions would this game have?
Double dicks.
I guess that is better than
I like that the camera just had Conker entirely off screen for that jump.
Me too.
Where you have to use the ankles to your
better
advantage.
have a good excuse this time. That is the last time he stands me up. Conker, I've had it just about up to... Who are you? Look, whatever it is you're selling, I'm just not interested. Well?
Selling punches.
Darvo, why did they send this person to Barry's house again?
I don't remember. I don't even
Is it
remember
just a robber?
if the Panther King is involved in this.
Conker just lives next to the rock people.
If I remember correctly, this will be where having 44 lives could come in handy. Is this like a button? It looks weird. I guess it's just a stalagmite. Oh,
Do you
those
think they'll
hurt you.
remake this game a 3rd time and they'll have like realistic shit on your fur physics for when you go in the shit water?
Probably. I mean, if it worked for Mario Sunshine.
Do you think they'll give it smell-o-vision like Spy Kids 4D?
Yeah.
I think this game could really benefit from smell-o-vision. You got cut in half, Darvo.
You probably shouldn't do that.
You should still be able to control the body parts.
If you wait long enough, all the blood leaves his body, and he turns into two conkers via mitosis.
Does the one up in this room come back? Yeah, it does. Yeah, I guess they recognized they made a bad part and wanted to be fair. The old Mario Sunshine strat. Yeah, the real thing that makes this hard is that I get impatient.
Why did you just you avoided the obstacle and then you swam back into it and then swam upwards?
Because after I lost centering of the camera behind me, the direction Conker went became entirely unrelated to what direction I was pushing.
Well, it's because you gotta be higher. Your camera's hitting the door valve. Your camera's hitting like the yellow and black.
He didn't get cut by that. He just swam into the
Yeah, the camera's just so, the swimming's just so slow. It's like very difficult to judge.
I also like Super Mario Sunshine.
Sunshine isn't this bad at it.
Sunshine has the best camera in platforming. I don't know why people hate it.
Oh, camera's fine, and I don't. Yeah.
Well, it's because they want you to have the turbo nozzle.
True. No other use for it.
That's true.
You can do it. You can do a spin jump with it.
After you go through the shit area, there should be shit stuck on the bottom of Conker's shoes for the rest of the game that make your traction worse, so you slip more on platforms.
It's a shitvania.
Yeah, can someone make a Metroidvania where you start with everything and then you lose them over time and your character gets worse? Oh wait, that's other M, never mind. Someone beat you to it.
I like this Danger Poo side on the exit of Sloprano. There's also a Banjo-Tooie gate here. I don't even remember if that opens up. That might be where you leave this area.
Why did they dump
there might be stop and swap.
Why do they dump their poo in the pipe instead of the magma right next to the pipe? That would incinerate it instead of reallocate it.
The poo just turns into magma after it gets concentrated enough.
There you go.
Okay.
$1,000.
These guys are wearing Chuck E. Cheese shirts.
Can I get past now?
I like how he's just like, oh, you have to pay to get through here. All right, here you go, $1,000.
Yeah, I skipped. You're like ostensibly supposed to come here before getting $1,000, I guess, by not doing Bat's Tower,
I
but
am not a squirrel.
They should just steal all your money and punish you for sequence breaking.
yeah, Bat's Tower is definitely harder to do than this, I think. I don't know why it's third on the chapter list, but it is. Third meaning it's like the first real level, because the first two are just Hangover and Windy.
Look, I tell you, I'm not a squirrel. Get your hands off me. What are you then? I'm an elephant.
An elephant. Yeah, I didn't actually think you were going to say that.
They're big and gray. What? Yeah, that's the twitchy noses. They don't have them. No, they're long and snouty. They also have
This is like such a innocent Bug Bunny joke for this game.
Yeah, that's why I said elephant.
It's variety.
Shooting squirrels was an elephant gun.
I can't wait till this game gets remade a third time and like his zipper is flopping around all the time during cutscenes.
I like that they censored shit there after having it be a lyric in an opera.
An elephant. You stupid twat. Oh yeah, let's see.
How do you know you didn't say sequit?
That's true, there were 5 characters in that censored beep. Maybe there's a ruder word for shit that's 5 letters. And
Extra warping.
but by my metric of splitting up parts based on the chapters, that was the end of Sloprano. That's like definitely the shortest chapter of the game that should be counted.
Comment down below your least favorite part of the LP, and if we like it, we'll feature it in the next episode.
If you want it, it's yours, my friend. As long as you've got enough rubies.
Or at least talking money. Wait, does money talk in this game, or does that have addeds?
I'm not dignifying that with a response.